Good morning, writers. It's Suki day and I'm back on track. Hi you! So I've cut my hair, obviously. If you can't see it, I don't know what's wrong with your eyes. It's very short and my ears need adjusting. They're really cold outside. Because outside it's snowing. Snowing, snowing, snowing. And it never ends, really. It's been snowing for like a week. So now I'm sitting and have the sun in my eyes, which is very stupid. Hey, I've got 2 people trying to win my wand. I feel a bit neglected. I bet if I was John Green, I would have like a trillion, gazillion, billion people trying to win the wand. But I'm not sure if John Green makes wands. I know, I can't take the same writer 2 weeks in a row as my writer of the day. But this book is so freaking awesome, I just have to show it. An Abundance of Catherines, I have to say, I think it's much better than Paper Towns. I love it, it's funny, the characters are awesome. I'm like so much like Colin. It is scary. So I'm telling you all to read it, or else you'll be missing out in the greatest thing in your life. I like exaggerating. So my real writer of the day is actually Niklas Krok. He's a Swedish writer and I'm so proud that he's Swedish because he's brilliant. And I'm not sure if his books are published in United States or Great Britain and so on, but he's great. So if you ever come across him, you have to read him. I got this copy, all free and signed, sent from him. One day it just popped up in my mail, and I'm so happy. It's like I still have like his address here. It's very weird. He's a very nice man. I've been in contact with him for a long time. Read him. He's good. 379. My challenge will be to write something short and awesome, of course, about a child prodigy. I'm quite going in John Green's footsteps here. But I'm doing a secret project because I love John and Hank Green and they do secret projects and awesome things. So if it works, you'll be like, whoa, you'll be so amazed by the awesomeness. So please, please, please send me some funny Swedish clips because I want to see them. It's really fun. Remember I read a very tiny piece of the Silence of the City. It was like to be continued. And this is continued. The monkey resembling man that lay on top of him grabbed his hands with no mercy and pulled him off the ground. Ethan, the red-eyed man said with a static voice, "We've been looking for you." Ethan stared up at the man, who was at least a head higher than his own 5'4" then tried to pull himself free. His capturer hit him impatiently in the head. Ethan's ears started ringing. "What do you want with me?" he shouted, panicked by the fact that he was caught like a rat between the 2 men. "You have something I want." Ethan's eyes widened in surprise. "I have nothing," he said. The man squinted with his red eyes, his lips were firmly pressed together. "Ethan, Ethan, Ethan," he said in a pleasant tone that in no way showed in his face. "How the hell do you know my name?" A loud bang made them turn their heads in unison. The street lay in perfect darkness. All the lamps had mysteriously vanished. Suddenly, it was so still, there were no words to describe the silence. Ethan saw his chance. He squirmed free. With all the power he had, he directed a kick in the crotch of his capturer and started to run. He had only put a few feet between himself and the 2 men before he tumbled to the ground. Something had hit him in the hollow of his knees. The asphalt scratched his face and he could feel the distinct taste of blood on his tongue. He could not stop the moan of pain from escaping his throat. With a great effort, he rolled over on his back. Red eyes were glowing madly in the darkness an arm's length away. The knife in the red-eyed man's hand glittered mercilessly in the moonbeam. He raised his hands high over his head and launched them towards Ethan's body with a battle scream. Ethan closed his eyes and waited, but there was only a clank, no pain, no death. Right by his feet stood a man with neon-colored hair and a pleasant smile on his face. He was unlike anything Ethan had ever seen before, but in a good way. "Have you missed me, Raphaelite?" he said, staring fearlessly into the red gaze.